works to make a full-time income with Beachbody. Because I feel like when you are just beginning or you're an Emerald coach, even when you're Diamond, you're still kind of like, okay, where's my income? Where's my residual income? I feel like a lot of people wonder that. But truly, Emerald is like the hardest part of your business. You're really mostly in the beginning of your business. You're still putting in the work that is going to be showing up and coming later. You'll see, all that hard work you put in, it will come, your income will come later. Because basically you are making 80%. I think we said it was like 80% of your income is still commissions still at that point when you're Emerald. And then, because there are 4 ways to make money. So we have our commissions, our 25% of what anything anyone buys, our team cycle bonuses when you're Emerald, Diamond, and beyond. And then you also have your matching bonus from when your coaches cycle when they are Emerald and above. And then also as you grow in rank, there's a 2-star Diamond bonus, 5-star Diamond bonus, and so on. So all those ways to make money. And if you're probably here because you really want to build your business, grow your income, and if you are working to be a full-time coach, which is like $40K a year, these are the steps that you need to take to really grow your income. Step 1 is truly Diamond. I feel like that is the beginning of building your business. I know I've even said to my coaches before that, Emerald is our first goal, and it is, but then Diamond is our next goal, just hitting Emerald again and again until we hit Diamond. And that's really like step 1. That's the beginning of your business. And it does take commitment, and it takes a lot of consistency. Hitting Diamond is showing up every single day, even when it is hard, but it is totally worth it. And then I would say about like 2 years is a good goal to go like a full-time, whether you want to just be a full-time coach or even just growing like a full-time income while still working. And that they say like the full-time coach is about like 50K, 50K, or earning about 1K a week. And that's the goal we want to get you guys to, is earning 1K a week. I mean, how awesome would that be, right? And then step 2, after you hit Diamond, is having a solid Diamond. So you've got, I had to have a visual because I'm a super visual person. I'm hoping we all know what Diamond is. So you've got your 4 coaches on each side, and you've got an Emerald. This is really hard. On each side. So after step 1 of Diamond, it's getting to solid Diamond. I remember when I hit Diamond, Kelly was like, okay, let's keep going. You need your Diamond to be solid. I want you to stay there. And that is growing at least 2 more coaches on each side and growing another couple, just growing your Emeralds both on each side as well. So when you get Diamond, you stay a solid Diamond. That's a very important step. Just because we hit Diamond doesn't mean we stop. We keep going. And I don't want to overwhelm you guys, but I know you can do this. And I just kind of want to show you like how beneficial it is to really grow to Diamond and keep a solid Diamond and growing your star Diamonds, because it is just crazy the opportunity like we have in front of us. But just know that Diamond is not our finish line. That is our goal we want for all of you guys, but our vision is to get to 2-star for you all to build that income. So Diamond's not a finish line, but let's solidify it. And that's by building your week leg volume too, and getting people results, increasing volume. All of that is going to help and grow your income. And then he just kind of talked about, and what really just blew my mind was that is exactly how I grew my business. And that is because I like spent hours, okay, once I get to Diamond, this is what I'm going to do, and this is what I'm going to do. Like I had steps, and then, you try to rewind how you're going to get there with those steps, like backtracking. I can't think of what that's called, but so I thought about where I wanted to get and what was the best way to get there, and I backtracked it how I was going to get there. But he
reverse engineer. Is that
reverse engineering? Yes. that's what I wanted. And so he went on about this. I'm like, that's exactly what I did. And I didn't really even realize it. So I really wanted to show you guys exactly like how I thought I have the most income, especially like for where I was at growing my business. All of my coaches and any volume I'm having income, like residual income from, is completely built from me because like I'm on some random island, I think. And it was super important for me to be very, very smart about all my placement.
Hey, Steph.
And,
sorry,
yeah.
Can you kind of explain? Because like I think some coaches don't even know about the like volume they get from up or possible volume they get from uplines.
Okay.
Just real quick.
So I really want to make it as simple as possible because I feel like it does get kind of confusing, and I feel like we all are at different places, whether you are a coach or have 2 coaches, 4 coaches, you're a diamond. But so do you want me to talk about like team cycle bonuses, or what do you mean like with volume?
Do you want me to just say what I was thinking?
Yeah.
All right, my kids might be loud in the background, but like basically everybody's like in a big long line, and depending on where you're placed, like when like let's say Steph's underneath me, like if I assign coaches and Steph's on my leg in that big long line, the coaches go underneath Steph. Yeah, so if Steph's on that big long, as I grow my team, it goes underneath Steph. But sometimes depending on like placement, sometimes you won't get that benefit from your upline coach. So that's kind of what Steph was saying. Like, whereas some coaches, like for me, I get a lot of volume from my upline coach, which helps me grow my income because you make commission on the volume from your upline coaches as they place coaches underneath you. They don't count as your personally sponsored coaches, so it doesn't help you rank advance, but you make commission on those. So it can be really helpful if you have a strong upline above you building underneath you. Is like you basically get this free commission that you make money on, but not everybody's that lucky. And that's kind of the frustrating part with Beachbody is that like some coaches get placed on like this weird inside leg, and it's not necessarily on purpose. It's just maybe if someone didn't know what they were doing when they were signing coaches and they just put them in the wrong spot, even though our system's supposed to default in the best spot possible. So anyway, some coaches don't get that upline volume, which is where Steph is at. Lucky for her, she doesn't get that like big volume coming down. So anyway, I just wanted to break that down for coaches that weren't aware of that.
Can I just clarify too that you're getting volume for your cycle bonus, you're not getting a commission?
Correct. Right. Yeah. Good clarification. And to say too, like it sounds very complex, you guys, and no one needs to know all this from the beginning. That's what you have your diamond leaders for. And I always work really closely with my coaches when they're placing coaches in their downline, because we have a little bit better of a bird's eye view of your, organization. So we're going to work really closely with you guys when all of that fancy stuff needs to be placed certain ways. But I think the point we want you to know is like, we are contributing most likely, depending on your leg you're on, but we are contributing to your volume. You're contributing to your coach's volume. So that's like the beauty of it. Whereas like, that's where that team success really comes into play, because the more successful we all are, it benefits everyone. But again, we got to get to that first step, like Steph was saying, that diamond rank, to really start to see that income multiply.
Right. So I actually started with a different coach and kind of just fell under. So that's just why I'm on a weird island. And so for me, it was just.
She's a unicorn.
Right. Yeah. It is not Kelly that did this. I just got unlucky. And that is a side note. At first, I was kind of like, bitter about it. Like, well, darn it, I don't get volume from other. But I had to stop making excuses, because this is totally side note. But I really did have to tell myself, like, I make my future. I am in control of my future. And I really just had to stop making excuses and blaming it on anyone else and do me. But anyways, so, okay, where was I here? So we were talking about getting your solid diamond. And then what I want to really talk about is that it's so important of your placement. And as you're growing your team and you're adding coaches, so what you want to do is grow far and wide, so that when you do have your coaches, each one of your coaches are going to benefit from each other coach you're adding in the volume that they're creating on the way up as well. So as you keep adding coaches and your coaches keep adding coaches, it goes down, but then you all benefit from that volume because you want your coaches to benefit and grow their income too. So you want to place them smart and have them far and wide. But another importance is also like placing or signing up your spouse or a mom or someone you share your taxes with. And so I signed up my husband, and so he is on my weak leg. So let's say this is my strong leg and my weak leg, meaning I have a lot of volume growing on this side, and this is my weaker leg. I signed up my spouse on my weaker leg so I could have a little bit more control of the volume so I can cycle more to increase my income. And so let's say Garth, my husband, is right here, and I have him as emerald now. So once I was growing to diamond, I made him an emerald to hit my diamond as well. But actually he was to more make my diamond solid, as I wanted my husband to be an emerald. So I have a few coaches under him and started growing his. And then I would also place some orders under him as well to increase my volume. But so he's on my weak leg, and then I grew him to emerald. So, he has a couple coaches here. And I don't know if you guys can see this. So like, let's say this is my husband, and then I grew him to emerald, but also I can create volume under here. And kind of long-term vision, growing to 2-star. When you hit 2-star diamond, meaning you having 2 coaches, one on each leg that are diamonds, your vision 2-star. This is totally in the future, and I'm 1-star, so this is also just what I'm shooting for as well, because I'm growing my husband to diamond to hit 2-star. So when you hit 2-star, you're able to open a second coach business center or a second CBC. And when you hold 2-star diamond rank for 6 weeks, you are able to open up that second CBC. And so when you're able to have that second CBC, you can place it in a way to keep increasing your volume and team cycle bonuses. So, and let me know if you guys need more information on that, if that's confusing you, but I'll keep talking about it. So like with my husband being here, I actually have planned, so, reverse engineered. I looked at what my goal is and what's going to be best for me. I plan to have my second CBC under my husband's account, because from there even, so I have my second CBC. I have orders under my second CBC that make my husband cycle, that makes me cycle. So you can just see how it's just like so crazy how you can have all those team cycle bonuses and why that placement is so important. And really where you can get to a point where your team cycle bonuses is 80% of your income for the week. So making 1K a week is, 80% of that coming from team cycle bonuses, because that's so awesome. Because, even to think about, like, if this was like your full-time job, you can go on vacation for a week still, and you still have residual income coming into. I think about all those things of how just important it is to have that residual income coming in along with your commissions as well. But we want to get you to that point where it's more 80% of residual income and then 20% commissions. I hope that all makes sense. It took a really long time for me to figure that out. I watched a lot of YouTube videos about team cycle bonuses and placement 101 and why it's important to place your coach. Like if I had a question about something, I just YouTube it. So it did take me a while to learn that. So if that sounds kind of foreign, that's totally normal and that's okay. But know that we are always here to help you grow in the smartest way. I always tell my coaches when they're hitting emerald and growing from there, like, ask me if you need help with placement, because it really is important, especially in the beginning, just to kind of learn what you need to do, because that really will make a difference in your income as you grow.
And I think really when it comes down to it, like Kelly just summarized a little bit, like step 1 is diamond, step 2 is solid diamond, step 3 is 2-star diamond. Right now, Your goal is to make yourself emerald over and over and over and over again. Just think of those 2 coaches. That's all you need. 2 coaches. Sign up 2 coaches this week, next week. Yes, 2 coaches a week. You guys, it's very complicated when you think about it in terms of the volume stuff, but it's so simple. It is so, so simple. We talk to people, we help them with their goals, we see how we can help them if this is a business opportunity that's something that could change their lives. Like, that is it. Now in these groups over the next 3 weeks, we're just going to hone the skills and the tasks it takes to communicate with those people and to find those people, because they're out there and the market is not saturated, and there's still so many people out here that need this opportunity in their life. So I guess that's kind of all we wanted to say tonight. But do you guys have, if you have more, yeah, go ahead.
Can I say one more thing real quick too? I think also one thing like Steph had said that I really like wish someone had told me is like, before you're a diamond, before you're a 2-star, like especially when you're like an emerald, like a new coach, you're in the hardest part of the business because you're working the hardest for the least amount of money. And that's why I think so many people quit in the beginning, because they're like, this is too hard. There's no way I'm ever going to make any money in this. Like, I'm making like $100 a month and I'm spending tons and tons of hours. And that, I just want you to know, like, to expect that. And that's how it is. And hopefully we can all share that, that call from Steve with everybody. But what he had said is, like, you're busting your butt to hit emerald. You're busting your butt to hit diamond. And everyone makes the biggest deal about diamond. And you get to diamond, you're like, I'm not even making any more money. Like, what the heck? And then you keep going. And then when you get to 2-star, like, that's when you, like, the light bulb, you're like, okay, this, like, the income's becoming more consistent. The business is becoming easier. But the thing is that most people won't stick it out long enough, because it can take like 2 years to get to 2-star. So that's 2 years of busting your butt to get to a rank where you're actually starting to see that income. But I think if you have that long-term vision in this business and you realize it's going to take grinding for 2 years, that like if you know that going in, it's easier than if you go in thinking like, I'm going to start making money tomorrow. And then when you don't, you want to give up. And the other thing I want to remind you, like, going into all this, like, maybe that sounds hard and maybe that sounds frustrating, but like, if you think of, like, have you guys heard the quote, do the stuff now so you can live the way you want to in 2 years? So like, put the work in now so that in 2 years, you're going to see like the benefit from all of it. And, you know, for some people, it's not worth it. And those are the people that fall off. But for those of us that can like see the vision and see the potential, like, that's why I'm still here. I'll have my 6-year anniversary at the end of this month. 6 years later, I'm still here. And I wouldn't have grinded like some of you guys are between emerald and diamond. I wouldn't have kept grinding if the income hadn't been there. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys that pep talk.
Yeah, I love that. And Lauren asked, this is the kind of stuff we want to know, because this is the stuff we want to be able to like focus in on our like smaller pods. She said, I'd love if we could go over what it looks like after you sign up coaches. So like getting coaches started right, and like what it looks like following up with those coaches once you sign working coaches. We'll definitely go over that stuff in our groups, because I think that's something, you know, that's how you get those solid coaches and keep them going, and then helping them hit emerald too. So yes. And then Lauren, 24 hours to diamond. Sorry, I was reading the comments, but
yes, I'm trying to go through the comments.
I know. Oh, Jen says 24 hours to diamond, new coach university. Oh, emerald. I'm sorry, I can't read.
And then once we decide on the next 2-week day and time for the calls, we'll let you guys know. We're still trying to figure out a schedule. So we'll post within our individual pods like when the next call is, because we don't have that set yet, right?
Yeah, because we have that call with Kyra, so we'll have to just do some finagling. It may be at a different time, but it'll be around this time.
Okay.
And so then the same for Easter Sunday. We were going to try to pick another time.
Yeah.
With everybody. Yeah,
so
but we'll
get back to everybody on that. So. Yeah. All right. Well, I am stoked by how many people are on here. Like, it seriously makes me so excited. So thank you guys for jumping on, and let's go. Let's run.
Questions on
Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm excited, guys.
All right. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a great night.
Wait, did you want to answer some?